Thank you very much. I know everybody must be tired. I think all the young ladies and the young men down here, I think you have had a pretty busy day, and thank you very much for the invitation to speak here. But firstly, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of this area, to the Kumba people, to the elders past and present. I'm just going to give you a bit of a thumbnail sketch on Yalari, then I'm going to show you a DVD. I come from a little community called Mergen, which is 300 kilometres northwest of Brisbane. And I went to boarding school myself at Toowoomba Grammar School for 5 years. I was the only Aboriginal boy there for 5 years. And I had a dream back in when I was 12-year-old to have other Indigenous children at boarding schools with me. So you young people that are sitting here today, I can tell you right now, you've been sitting down here and there's a lot of ideas coming up on the screen or the variety of many speakers. But the only difference between you sitting in a beanbag today and your great-grandparents 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 years ago, is that between your generation now and your great-grandparents is educational opportunities. The only difference for you young people sitting here today. But you young people sitting here today and the number of Yalari children that we've got on our scholarship programs throughout Australia, you have to do something with that education. It goes back to a quote that it says, educate a boy, you educate a man, you educate a girl, you educate a family. That's what education is. Education is the key to unlock the door to a world full of opportunities for you young people today. And for me as an Aboriginal man, I'm a father of 4 children. We started in 2006 with 3 children at our 2 partnership schools, being Toowoomba Grammar School and the Glennie School. And currently we have now 180 Indigenous children and 31 boarding schools throughout Australia, getting the same education as you young ladies here at St Hilda's, of which we currently have 6 young ladies here right now. And there's 3 young ladies sitting up the back there that are in the beanbag. So if you want to turn around and have a good look at them, you can make them very embarrassed. So please make them very embarrassed. Please, I'm sorry. So there's 3 young girls there. Or maybe 4, because I can't see behind him. But you young people today have got the opportunity of getting a world-class education at some of the best boarding schools in Australia, or some of the young men that aren't at St Hilda's, even though you'd like to be at St Hilda's, I'm sure. You have the opportunity of doing something more, and we as an organisation, I started a company back in 2005 with my wife, where we lived only three streets away from me at St Hilda's. And our corporate uniform at that time when we started was board shorts and thongs. Or we'd get up in our boxer shorts, get out of bed in our boxer shorts, walk downstairs, work all day, work all night, then jump back into bed. And that was a normal day for us. Whereas now you've got to get up and you've got to dress nicely and talk politely and put a plum in your mouth and it's all good. But really what we're trying to do at Yalari is about generational change. And what we are doing, we as a not-for-profit company, we fund and select Indigenous children from regional, rural and remote communities to go to boarding schools throughout Australia. The fundamental difference for you young people and our Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander children throughout Australia, the fundamental difference is about you getting an education but doing something with that education. And if you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, a solicitor, a fashion designer, the next head of school at St Hilda's, or a boarding house master, the key for you is education. And this is what we are trying to do, because our generational change is going to come through the hands of education. And a lot of the ideas that are here today is because people have got an education, but the most appropriate thing about it is courage. Is that people have gone out on a whim and said, I'm going to do something about it, believing in a passion, like a good friend of mine, Clary Castrician, with the 40K Foundation, where if you believe in something strong enough, you do something about it. And for us as an organisation, it's a bit like Nike, you just do it. And that's what it's about for you young people. You just have to do something. And whatever your dream is, whatever your goal is, whatever you become, are the choices that you make, because the choices, not chances, determine your destiny in life. So what we are trying to do now, we've got 180 children in 31 schools. We've had 17 children finish grade 12. We've got 10 of those young people right now at universities around Australia. And true as I'm standing here today, I'm 44 years of age. I know in my lifetime we will see the first Indigenous Prime Minister in this country. And that Indigenous person may come from St Hilda's. And for you young people sitting here today, what I'd like to do is I'd like to challenge you and give you an opportunity of saying, you know, what are you going to do with your education? Because there are challenges along the way that our children face every day, because it's a bit like that quote from Martin Luther King that goes, the ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands in moments of challenge and controversy. And we at Yalari are committed to making sure that our children get access to quality education, to do their best, to have the skills to live in two worlds, where they don't lose their Aboriginality, they don't lose their Torres Strait Islander heritage, but they have the confidence to come and walk in here and stand up with a plum in their mouth like me. But you young people have the opportunity, as I said, the only difference between this generation now and the generation lasts for 25 years. And the difference for you young people is that you have to do something with this education, because your mums and dads have not got a bottomless pit of money and can pay for your school fees and give you the best education. So as I say, that's a thumbnail sketch of Yalari. I've had 10 minutes to talk about that. But all we're trying to do is about generational change and giving our Indigenous children throughout Australia the best opportunity of achieving their dreams and goals. And to the St Hilda's community, school community here, I thank you very much sincerely for the opportunity of supporting our children and believing in that the education for all children, it takes a whole community to educate a child. And that's our motto at Yalari. So without further ado, I'd like to just share you a DVD. And as I say, a picture paints 1,000 words, and this DVD is about our children being at schools like St Hilda's that are giving the same educational opportunities. And to all the young people sitting here today, I wish you all the very best. Have the courage to chase your dreams, have the courage to make some mistakes, but the biggest thing is that you never, never, ever give up. Because it doesn't matter how many times you get knocked down, the only thing that matters is you get up and you stay up. Thank you very much.
I am a Nariman girl and I come from Yadalin, Nariman country, and what I said was I am an Aboriginal girl and I come from Yarram community, 6 hours from Catherine.
Nan got a phone call from Waverley and I was at school just in class, and then I saw Nan and then she said, oh, you got in, and I was selected.
When I heard from Mum, I just jumped and screamed and everything. Yeah, because I was very excited to get it.
It was kind of like a shock feeling, like you're having a heart attack. That's how I actually felt. I was so amazed, I was just stoked.
I didn't realise that it happened, and about 10 seconds later I figured out what I read, and I almost started crying because I was tears of joy getting into that school.
I went down to Scotch and I had a tour. Me and my nan and my uncle, we got to meet the principal. We had to talk about some of the things that could hit me hard, like homesickness and missing my family and stuff like that. And he toured me around all this massive school and I loved it to death. It was so big, the swimming pools, the ovals, the music centre.
Oh, well, I'm not a top A student. I'm like in the middle, because it's quite different to what I did down here. But I think by next year I'll know everything, maybe, hopefully.
So you think you're catching up?
Yeah.
Yeah. How hard was it to catch up?
It wasn't that hard. Like to get like, the routine was different, but then now it's like, yeah, whatever, I can do that, sort of.
You feel really proud, you know, when people ask you, oh, where's the grandchildren, you know, how are they going? And you can proudly say, you know, they're going to Adelaide for boarding school. And then when you tell them, oh, they're going on a scholarship, and they say, oh, congratulations, you know. They get really happy for you, and it makes me feel happy that I've brought them up the right way to be able to get this opportunity.
When I first went, they looked in a dining hall. It looked a bit like Harry Potter. Yeah, and it's very cold down there for me, so, but I'm territory tough.
It's a lot different actually, because apparently Glennie has a really good reputation of academic, and the work here is really hard, but I'm getting through it. A lot of assignments and exams, but I'm getting good grades now, so I'm getting used to it, so it's good.
Even if they don't come to schools like this, just like study hard. And after that, just finish year 12, that's the main thing. Get a good job. Be famous. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, well, I want to know what happens when I finish school, whether it'll be a good, like, whether I have a perfect, I'm not saying perfect, I'm saying like a good life, like make my family proud, or just probably be a nothing, like nobody, do nothing with my life, but I don't want to do that. So.
This is what I think. I think Waverley is trying to change the name Aboriginal, because if you like talk about Aboriginal to white people, they might just turn around and think, oh, Aboriginal guys, homeless and all that, homeless. Well, I think Yalari is just trying to change that to, yeah, to something good on other people, what they think of us or what they view us.